Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well and welcome to the transfer deadline day special. So far, it has not been the day we were expecting. It's been a normal day, a normal Monday for all Arsenal fans. And as usual, let me know if you guys can hear me. And without even wasting any time, let's just start with what we were expecting today. As you guys let me know if you can hear me. What were we expecting today? We were expecting at least two transfers today. We were expecting at least two to three players leaving. We were kind of expecting not our hi Ben. How are you? Hope you're well. At the base says I want a Wari national shirt, not Jorginho. It looks like we're going to get neither of them anyway. So what were we expecting today? Yeah, I know. It is very sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. So let me start with the latest news for the ones who are going out, for the transfer outs. First, we are going to talk about Callum Chambers. Chambers is one of those players that I wanted to go, and most of people wanted to go. This is one of the deadwood players. I'm afraid to say. I'm really sorry to say, but he's one of those players I really wanted to leave this transfer window. I don't think he'll really bring anything to Arsenal. Yes, at the start of last season, he played well, a couple of games at right back, but he's not what we need. We need improvements on our defenders. And some good news is Chambers is being linked to West Ham, so by the end of the day, he could be moving to West Ham. That would be a good thing for us. Let me know, would you want Chambers to leave or do you want him to stay? Because this would be a good thing for us, I'd say. He just hasn't really worked out. Even since he joined Fulham and came back, he hasn't really stood out like that. So Chambers is one of those players who are probably going to leave this transfer window or not, because he currently has an injury, and if he stays, is one of the deadwood players we're going to be keeping, which is very sad. So I don't know why we're still keeping him. I want someone to make me understand why we're still keeping the likes of Chambers at Arsenal. I mean, when let me go back to when we won the FA Cup. Where is that? When we won the FA Cup, we were expecting, you know what? Now we've won the FA Cup. Arteta is trying to build something at Arsenal, so definitely people will support him. Definitely the board will back him, and the owners will back him, and we'll have a definite good season next season. We went ahead and won the Community Shield, even a bigger booster than the FA Cup. And you're like, you know what? Next season, you're going to definitely get the top four. No problem if Chelsea are buying players. No problem if United are buying players. We are also going to buy players. But none of that has happened. We have not bought any meaningful players, and we've not gotten rid of any players that we wanted to get rid of. And the players who are leaving, we are not even selling them. They're going out on loan and for free. What is going on at Arsenal? Can someone help me understand what is actually going on at Arsenal? So for Chambers, he could be on his way to West Ham. The next one is William Saliba. Now, this will be a bit of sad news for everyone. This is a guy last season when we were crying for defenders. This is a guy we thought was going to come back and definitely sort out our defensive problems. The one thing I always say, this guy was not an Arteta buy, he was an Emery buy. So maybe Arteta does not like him. Maybe Arteta is not going to play the style that Arteta wants to play, and he was going to play the style that Emery used to play. So you have to ask yourself questions. What has gone wrong? You can't tell me he's young. Saka is younger than him. So, okay, fine. Saka is used to English football, but Gabriel is also from France, and he's not that old, and he's from the same league with Saliba. So what really made him not impress at all, and is about to go out on loan to Fulham? What is going on? This is the same defender we were crying out for last season. We were actually crying when Mustafi was making mistakes and people were getting injuries. We were actually crying for Saliba to come back. So where did it actually go wrong? Where did it actually go wrong? Saliba going to end up at Fulham? That is something we need to. Yep. Let me send you on Twitter. Let me send you the link on Twitter. Check your Twitter. For me, as of now, a Biggie says, "Hi, I can hear you. Big ups. Thank you very much, a Biggie. I'm afraid I'm not bringing any good news to you as of now, but hopefully later when I do the other streams, yeah, I saw it, Liam. I saw it, Liam. the thing is, we were expecting players like Mustafi to go, Socrates to go, Kolasinac to go, plenty of people to go, but all of them are still here, man. All of them are still here. Um, I do not understand what is going on at Arsenal. I thought they were definitely going to support Arteta. We only have like 10 hours, 9 hours to go, and it doesn't look like we're going to get anyone meaningful. The biggest news of the day is we got rid of our mascot. That's the biggest thing that has happened today. We actually got rid of our mascot. What is going on at Arsenal? Why did we get rid of him? Because we are trying to cut off more wages and stuff. What is going on at Arsenal, man? Can someone help me understand? I thought this was going to be a good transfer for us. I thought this was going to be, I don't even know. It's very stressful. It's been a more negative transfer than positive. Let's remember where it all started. It started with Martinez leaving, a fan favorite. Martinez leaving, a fan favorite leaving the club. That was very sad at first. Martinez, a fan favorite, leaving the club. It didn't end there. Mkhitaryan, I thought Mkhitaryan was going to leave for like 5 million, 10 million and get us some cash. Nope. Mkhitaryan's contract was cancelled and he left for free. Awar. What has happened to Awar? It doesn't look like he's going to join us. That's the sad bit. It doesn't look like he's going to join us. He seems comfortable remaining at Lyon, which is very, very sad because this is a guy we've been targeting for nearly the whole transfer window. It doesn't even look like we had any other players in mind. I don't think we actually had any other players in mind. So that has to make you think. That has to make you think. Jules, I've sent you the link on Twitter. That has to make you think. Our target for the whole transfer window, we can't pay for him. What were they negotiating about? Are they trying to pay just 10 million for him? I mean, even if you have a club yourself, you'd know that Arsenal are not serious. You'd be like, you know what, I'm not doing business with Arsenal because they're definitely not serious. It doesn't look like they're serious at all. The next one is Torreira. Torreira is the next player who has actually left us. He's going to Atletico Madrid, and this is the one thing that is actually kind of giving me confidence because I don't think we'll get rid of all these midfielders, especially to Atletico Madrid, and not sign anyone at all, especially from Atletico Madrid. They need to get rid of some players. So we have to, man, it's so stressful with Arsenal. It's so super stressful with Arsenal. We won't do any business, unfortunately. I'm gonna treasure my picture with Ganasaurus. Yeah, you need to, because the next thing you're going to hear, they're going to get rid of us fans for wages. They're going to actually get rid of us fans because they're getting rid of everyone and not getting anyone. So Awar played yesterday and scored. We played yesterday and struggled to get any goals. So it makes you very sad. Why didn't we do a Torreira for Partey swap? Apparently they didn't want it. Apparently these people know, all these other clubs know that the Arsenal players are not good enough. So that's why they refuse Guendouzi. That's why they refuse Torreira, a swap deal. They know these players are not good enough. That is the problem at Arsenal. Mustafi is not worth it. Chambers is not worth it. Socrates, Kolasinac, all these players, there's a reason why you can put Socrates in the market and no team will come in for him. There's a reason. If you put Aubameyang in the transfer market right now, about 30 clubs will come in for him today. But if you put Kolasinac, you'll only hear one team wants him on loan of £1 million. There's a problem at Arsenal. We don't have any players who are worth it. That's the problem with Arsenal. So unfortunately, they did not want him. The next one I'm going to speak about is going to be Kolasinac, as I've said. Kolasinac is a player that was supposed to leave last week, but he ended up playing against Liverpool. Another one that I don't understand. Why is Kolasinac still at Arsenal? Why is Kolasinac still at Arsenal? I mean, this was one of the first players who are supposed to leave, especially after that Tottenham game last season. This guy is still at Arsenal. People are actually surviving at Arsenal, stealing a living from Arsenal. Stealing a living from Arsenal. The next one is going to be Mustafi. Another one who was literally supposed to leave like 2 years ago or something. He was literally supposed to leave like 2 years ago or something, and he's still here. Mustafi is actually still here. What is he still doing at Arsenal? I don't understand. I don't understand what Mustafi is still doing at Arsenal. Socrates, a guy who's definitely out of favor with Arteta. He didn't even start a game after lockdown. He didn't start a game after lockdown. So why is he still here? I know teams don't want to pay the money for them and all that, but why are they still at Arsenal? Please make me understand. Why are these players still at Arsenal? The next one is Jorginho. Jorginho scored twice yesterday for Chelsea. Yesterday was Saturday for Chelsea. And they say that he didn't really celebrate because he knows he's about to leave. I will not be surprised if he joined Arsenal because we've been doing so much business with Chelsea recently. Not even recently. Gallas, Ashley Cole, Czech, Willian, Luis, so much business with Chelsea, Giroud. So I will not be surprised if Jorginho ended up at Arsenal. I don't know how many of you want Jorginho. Some people claim that Jorginho is better than any midfielder we have. But how many midfielders do we even have anyway? I always say, look at Liverpool. Liverpool have Thiago, they have Henderson, they have Fabinho, they have Keita, they have Wijnaldum, like 7 midfielders. But for Arsenal, with Guendouzi about to leave and Torreira about to leave, we will only have Xhaka, Elneny, and Ceballos, who is being forced to play in that position. Niles, who's actually needed to play in other positions, and Willock, who's not even part of the first team full time. So what is going on? Are we actually going to head into the season 4 competitions, playing 3 games every week with only 3 midfielders? We'll be in trouble. So that is what makes me think, you know what, I don't think we'll fail to sign a midfielder. I don't think we're good enough not to sign a midfielder, man. I don't know what's going on because we need to sign a midfielder. I know everyone would say Jorginho is not good enough, including myself, but I just need someone in midfield. We don't have anyone. We only have 3 midfielders in the team. We need new faces in the team. Does it look like we're going to buy anyone meaningful? No, unfortunately. Why are we not going to buy anyone? Let me show you the reason why you're not going to buy anyone. Let me show you the reason why we are not going to buy anyone. That is because we have an owner who doesn't care about the club. Tell me how much you hate that guy. Let me know how much you hate that guy, because this is one of the biggest reasons why we cannot improve our club. This is the biggest reason why the likes of Guendouzi are leaving Arsenal. This is the biggest reason why the likes of Sanchez wanted to leave Arsenal. This is the main problem. This guy is the main problem. He does not care about the club. He does not. I mean, if you have a business and the business is dropping, you'd try and save the business. And the truth is, Arsenal has been dropping every season the last 5 seasons. We were a constant top 4 team. We dropped to 5th, we dropped to 6th, and now we even dropped further. We dropped further to 8th. So if your team is not even qualifying for the Champions League, you're supposed to be doing something, right? You're supposed to try and improve the team. But he's literally doing nothing. I'm sure I always tell you guys, if we ask Stan Kroenke what our result was against Sheffield yesterday, he wouldn't even know. I'm sure even if you ask him which players we have at Arsenal, he only knows Ozil, no one else. I'm sure he doesn't even know the players who are currently at Arsenal. This guy is the main problem. Kroenke out, I agree with you. Kroenke definitely out. So that guy is the main problem. We are keeping deadwood players, and players that we've been targeted with, they're not coming. Saliba is about to leave Arsenal. What kind of business is going at Arsenal, man? This was supposed to be our main defender and is about to leave. The only joy for the last 2 seasons has been Tierney, Leno, and maybe Pepe a bit. Tierney because he's settled in very well. So this is probably one of the only buys that we've made that has actually made sense. This buy actually made sense, but I don't know. Always remember, back Arteta, Kroenke out. Always remember that. Back Arteta, Kroenke out. The next one I'm going to talk about is Guendouzi. For Guendouzi, I don't know. He just hasn't worked out at Arsenal, discipline-wise and all that. I usually watch games with Chelsea fans and United fans, and all of them usually like Guendouzi playing because they know he's going to do something stupid and get a yellow card or a red card, and that is just Guendouzi for you. I always feel like he's going to do something stupid, but I always feel like someone can improve him. I always thought Arteta could maybe improve him, but nah, it looks like he's fallen out with the manager completely. He does not want him at Arsenal again. Remember, another Emre buy, who's currently not playing at Arsenal. Another Emre buy. Remember, Saliba Emre buy, nowhere to be seen. Torreira Emre buy, nowhere to be seen. Pepe Emre buy, not starting games. Who else am I forgetting? There's so many players here. There's so many players who at Arsenal who are not starting games, and man, I don't know. Be excited. Yep, they lied to us. They lied to us again. We only have like 9, 10 hours to go, and we still haven't improved our midfield. It will be very interesting to see the fallout or the fans getting very frustrated if we don't actually get anyone. So Guendouzi is about to make the move to Hertha Berlin on loan. That is how desperate we are to get rid of him. We don't even want money. We just want to get rid of him. We just want to get rid of him. We do not want any money. We just want to get rid of Guendouzi. That's how bad things are at Arsenal. We do not have one problem, not two problems. We have like 20 problems. Ozil problem, Guendouzi problem. We have Deadwood problem. We have Kolasinac problem. Socrates, Mustafi. We have an owner problem. We have a board problem. We have a midfield problem. How many problems do Liverpool have apart from Aston Villa game yesterday? They really don't have any other problem apart from the couple of injuries they have, or couple of sick players they have. For us, we have so many problems. We even wonder how we are going to sort it out. Guendouzi was supposed to go out on you're supposed to literally like be part of the deal with Atletico Madrid with Partey at first. They said nah, we don't want him. He was also supposed to be part of the deal with Awar. They literally said we don't want him. That shows you the kind of players we have at Arsenal. Other teams do not want anything to do with these Arsenal players. Like out of the 25, 30 players we have, about three-quarters of them are worth nothing in the transfer market. About 20 of them are not worth anything in the transfer market. So you have to ask yourself questions. So Guendouzi is one of the players who are going to leave today. I don't know what time the French league is closing the transfer window, but it looks like he's going to leave us. He's going to leave with Torreira. And the main thing for today is Thomas Partey. Is the move still on? Because I think so. There's been rumors that we still can get him. Why? Because where's Thomas Partey? Where's Thomas Partey? That is because Atletico still need to sell a player. And I still don't believe we'd have given them Torreira just like that without getting any player or getting any replacement. So could Thomas Partey still be on the way to Arsenal? Could this be the surprise of the day? Could he be enough if we signed him by himself, no one else? Could he be enough? So they still need to sell a player, and there's still rumors that you're still going in for him and you're going to make a late bid. Again, please, someone make me understand why. Why do we go for players late? Why does every team try and get players on deadline day? What is the fascination of getting players in the last minute? Why not get players like Chelsea, Timo Werner, very early on and let them play the first game? We are always struggling to get players on deadline day. And you know what Atletico will say? No, we're not going to give you unless you give out 70 million. And then what will we do? We'll be stuck with the midfield of Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos in four competitions. We have 6 Europa League games to come this year. We have City in the Carabao Cup to come. FA Cup is starting next year. We have Premier League games. Do you know our next 5 Premier League games? We have City away, Leicester at home, United away, Leeds away. We have Everton away. How many of those games are we going to win with the midfield of El Neni and Xhaka? I really want to know. How many games are we going to win? I don't want us to end up like United getting trashed 6-1. Those days are supposed to be over. We used to get smashed up by Bayern, City, United, Chelsea. Those days are over. We now have Arteta. Back him. Try and get Partey. We clearly have a problem with midfield. That is why the other day Sheffield scored that goal. I think it was Stevens of Sheffield. He literally ran through the midfield and gave the ball to McGoldrick. There was no one to cover him in that position. Completely no one. So we really need Thomas Partey to join. We really need Thomas Partey to join, man. Jules, I don't know if you're still in the chat. I've sent you the link if you want to join. Man, we really need this guy. Awar is off. Guendouzi is gone. Guendouzi is going to Hertha Berlin. Torreira is gone. Torreira is going to Atletico Madrid. How many midfielders does that mean we have? I don't know. 3 midfielders alone. 3 midfielders are definitely not enough. 18 people in the chat. Make sure you leave a like. I'll be doing streams all day. I'll have guests on to rage about Arsenal. It's not a good time for Arsenal. The breaking news for today is that our mascot has left. That is how terrible things are at Arsenal. The breaking news is that our mascot has left Arsenal. Why? Because we're trying to cut out more wages. What is going on at Arsenal? You're even chasing away our mascot of more than 20 years just to do what? Where is that money going? Because I really want to know where that money is going. Because we sold Martinez. Where is that Martinez money? I really want to know, where is that Martinez money? Where did it go? Because we have not signed anyone. Randerson was like 2 million. Where's the rest of the money gone? What are they trying to do? Are we trying to have another poor season and be patient until next season? Because that will be a bad idea. That will be a bad idea. Everton are playing well. Aston Villa are playing well. That means you're going to drop to like 11th. Because Aston Villa team that was in the bottom table last season, Everton bottom table, they have now come to the top table and they've signed players and they're looking good. How can Aston Villa attract the likes of Barkley and Watkins, and Everton attracting James Rodriguez, Ancelotti, and Arsenal? We've not even signed a player for £5 million. Just get anyone in the chat. We can even sign you. If you can play football, I just want any new player at Arsenal at this moment. Bring back Mkhitaryan. Just bring anyone back, man. Bring back Mkhitaryan if possible. Just bring back anyone, man. Because Mkhitaryan also left on a free. Mkhitaryan left on a free, and let me put the link in the chat if anyone wants to come and have a say on the transfer window. And unfortunately you have to show your face because we need to see your reaction and everything. Yes, I'm showing my face. I'm just showing the pictures. So I'm putting the link in the chat if anyone wants to join and have your say. There it is. No trolls, because I'm not going to add you if you don't show your face. So unfortunately, so there's news on Kolasinac, there's news on Guendouzi, there's news on Troyes. There's the link if you want to join. So it's very sad time. What is the plan with Edu and Arteta? What are they trying to do with the club? Because if Thomas Partey doesn't sign, even, it's so bad that we can't even get Jorginho. That's how bad it is. We can't even attract Jorginho. That's how bad it is. Jorginho, who should be like, if you want him, come back straight, he's nowhere to be found. I want to know, how this was supposed to be our best transfer window, and it has turned out to be the worst. Number one, Mkhitaryan's contract was cancelled and he left on a free. On a free, we didn't get anything for Mkhitaryan. Reminded me of Ramsey. Number two, Martinez, a fan favorite, left. A fan favorite left just like that. He left the club. Number three, the deadwood players are still here. Chambers is still an Arsenal player. Guendouzi is still an Arsenal player. Mustafi, Socrates, Kolasinac, all of them are still Arsenal players. El Neni is still playing in the first team for Arsenal. Number four, Saliba. Saliba has not made any breakthrough to the team and is now linked to the move away to Arsenal without even playing a game for us. That is just the first 4 points I have. Number five, Awar, a player we've been targeting the whole transfer window and we've failed to get. A team wants like 40 million and you're busy offering them 25 million. Even if I was the owner of Lyon, I'd say, you know what, these guys are not serious. I'm not doing any business with Arsenal. These guys are not serious. Thomas Partey, another guy. Every Arsenal channel has done videos on Partey. Partey is on his way. He is probably not coming. If he comes, it's going to be in the last minute and it's going to be a shock for all of us. That is another thing. He's also not... That is like 7 problems at Arsenal already. Ozil, he's still at Arsenal. He's kind of holding the club hostage. We can't sell him. He can't play. The coach doesn't want him to play. There's no team that literally wants to pay his wages. So we are literally stuck with him. How worse can it get? How worse can it get? It was supposed to be a good transfer window and it is turning out to be the worst. Kroenke is nowhere to be seen. Kroenke is busy in USA with his teams, enjoying the American football season that has kicked off, has resumed. What is happening at Arsenal? I really want to know. I really hope that something develops throughout the day. I really hope I come back with some good news. I've put the link in the chat if anyone wants to join. I'm going to end it in the next 5 minutes maybe, and then go and look for more piece of news or anything. But it's either Jorginho or Thomas Partey. It's either one of them, Jorginho or Thomas Partey. I don't know how many of you want Jorginho. Let me know. How many of you actually want Jorginho? How many of you just want any new player at Arsenal? How many of you just want any new player at Arsenal? Because as of now, it's not looking promising. It's looking like it's going to be a bad transfer window. That is what it's looking like. Adebiye earlier said, I want Jorginho. I want Awar, Arsenal shirt, not Jorginho. I'm afraid you're not going to get Awar, and it probably will be Jorginho. But Jorginho again, I don't know. He's not the player we need, but again, we will only have 3 midfielders, so We need some cover. We need some cover for our midfield. I do not know, man. I do not know. It's not a good time for Arsenal. They promised us. They lied to us so many times. They've lied to us so many times. Ben said we are not going to get anyone, and it's looking like that. It's looking that we're actually not going to get anyone. The team that needed people most, we finished 8th. We are not going to get anyone. How bad does that make us look? How bad does that make us look? Liam also said we're not going to do any business. We are going to be in trouble. Let me tell you guys the truth. If we don't do any business, we're going to be in trouble. We all know that. We all know that. We struggled against Sheffield to get any goals in the first half. We struggled against West Ham. We have no creativity. We have no creativity in the team. We have a £350,000 player who's not getting along with the manager, who's probably not going to play for Arsenal again. Why didn't we do a transfer for Partey swap? As I said, they know Arsenal players are not good enough. That's why no one wants to take them on a swap deal. No one wants to take them on a swap deal. Hillary says, what's the topic for today? Anything, man. Players who are about to leave, players who are coming. We've just talked about Torreira joining Atletico Madrid. Could this mean Thomas Partey could be on his way back to Arsenal? We are talking about our deal being off. It looks like he's not going to join us anyway. Socrates, we are trying to dissect and find out why the hell Socrates is still an Arsenal player. We also still trying to find out why Kolasinac is still an Arsenal player. Also, another thing, we are still trying to find out why Mustafi is still an Arsenal player. We are still trying to find out how much Kroenke cares about Arsenal. How much does he care about Arsenal? We are still wondering how Arsenal are not even able to get Jorginho. We don't want Jorginho, but it clearly looks like we don't even have the capabilities of getting Jorginho. Can you imagine? Even Arsenal cannot attract Jorginho. We cannot even attract deadwood players from other teams. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. Yeah, as an Arsenal fan, it's the hope that kills you. As an Arsenal fan, it's the hope that kills you. Yep, that is all our faces right now, looking at deadline day, seeing Leeds are signing players, Wolves are signing players. Every other team is signing players apart from Arsenal, the team that needs players more. How did Castagne end up at Leicester and not Arsenal? A right back, a place that we needed because, okay, Bellerin played well yesterday and stuff, but we know we needed a right back. How did Castagne end up in that team? How did someone like Semedo move from Barcelona to Wolves? Where was Arsenal? Where was Arsenal? I really want to know where Arsenal was. Let me bring in someone. Hi, man. How are you? Can you hear me? Sorry. Sorry, can't hear you. Just fix up your microphone first. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me switch up my microphone. Just sort out your sound, Hillary, and then we'll see. So as I was saying, Kroenke, not good enough, man. It's definitely not good enough. I do not know what's going on at Arsenal, but are you good, Hillary? Let me see if you can hear him.
What's the topic today?
Can you hear me? Man, we can't hear you, sorry. There's an echo. So you can't hear. You need to sort out your net and your mic. I hope everyone can still hear me. It's not looking good. I thought Arteta is a good coach. Ayebale, I think he is, but I feel like the owners usually put our players and our managers in such a tough position in terms of saying, just try and cover for the club. I really hope he's not covering for the owners, because we know we are not good enough. We definitely know we're not good enough. And we know the style Arteta is trying to play. We know the style Arteta is trying to play. We definitely know the style Arteta is trying to play. So he knows he needs players. We can't be playing a back five against Sheffield. We can't be playing a back five against West Ham. We know where the trouble is. So he definitely needs some players. He wants to play a back four. So you can't be telling me that okay, you can tell me Arteta is not a good coach, fine, but he is. We've seen he's worked with so many terrible players. We've definitely seen that. I hope you guys can still hear me. Because we know where the trouble is. We know where the trouble is. So you can't tell me that they can't see that. You have to be seeing that, man. You have to be seeing that. We know we're not good enough. We know we're not good enough. Anyone else who wants to join, let me know. You can just click on the link and then you can join and have your say. Guendouzi on his way to Hertha Berlin, as I've said, is going out on loan. We were so desperate to get rid of him that we'll actually let him go for free. That's how bad things are. Thomas Partey could still be on because Atletico Madrid need to sell a player, and Arsenal definitely need to get some midfielders. So we need to do something. We need to do something. We were doing so many debates on Thomas Partey, Thomas Partey, and it looked like we're not even going to get any of them. And how sad are things at Arsenal? We can't pay the money for these players. Where did all that money go? How are Leeds, Everton, Wolves, Newcastle attracting more players than Arsenal? Since when? Since when? Has Ole been sacked? I don't know about Manchester United. As of now, I'm just caring about Arsenal. We'll do transfer shows on the other teams later on, but I don't know. But they also need to sign players, but I don't want us to compare ourselves to Man U. We know our problems. We know we finished further back than United last season, so we definitely need more players than them as of now. We're in the same position, but we finished. And then the last thing I want to talk about today is Thomas Lamar. I'm hearing that this could also be an alternative to our Atletico Madrid are looking to sell, and they're looking to sell Thomas Lamar, and Arsenal could be one of those teams that would go for him. Do we really need another wing at Arsenal? Do we really need another wing at Arsenal? We have Saka, we have Willian, we have Pepe, we have Nelson, Aubameyang. Do we really need another player to play on the wing? Do we really need another player on the wing? I don't know. Is Thomas Lamar good enough for Arsenal? I know we wanted him like 2 years back, but these injuries with these players, Thomas Lamar, Dembele, we do not need any more injuries. Where is Pablo Mari? Injured. Where is Cedric for the whole entire season? Injured. Where has Mustafi been? Injured. Where has Socrates been? Injured. Martinelli injured. We do not need any more players who are injury prone. We need a player who's going to come and play immediately. Our next game is away to City. There's no messing around, man. I do not want to go there and lose 6-1. I do not want that. Man, let me tell me about our signing. I'm sorry, let me get your name right. Amanya, I'm very sorry, but it doesn't look like we're going to get him. Clearly, as Leon said, we are not serious. Their owner said we are not serious, and I kind of agree with him. We are clearly not serious in signing players. If I was the Leon owner, if I was the Atletico Madrid owner, I would not do business with Arsenal because I know they're not good enough. I know they're not being serious enough. If I tell you I want 40 million and then you come with 20 million, I'm just going to walk away. I'm just going to walk away. This is a player we definitely need. We could tell the other day Aubameyang didn't get any chance against Liverpool. He didn't get any chance against West Ham. He didn't get any chance yesterday. Why? Because we have no one to create. The person who should be creating for Arsenal, where is Mesut Ozil? Can someone, oh man, there's so many problems at Arsenal. I just feel like crying. I actually just feel like crying. Where is Ozil? The person who should be creating for Arsenal is nowhere to be seen. We are being linked to mediocre players. We're being linked to players who are injury prone. We are being linked to players who will never ever get. That is what is going on at Arsenal. It's sad time. So Awar, it doesn't really look like he's going to join, but Partey, it could be possible, maybe even on a loan deal. You never know. Maybe they can negotiate something. Or maybe someone like 27 people here, thank you very much, Jorginho. Jorginho is actually going to be an Arsenal player, man. That will be pure comedy gold. That will be worse than the 6-1s and the 7-2s from yesterday. Are we actually going to get Jorginho at Arsenal? The thing is, the reason I'm not really saying no completely to Jorginho is because if you look at our midfield right now, we only have Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos. We have 4 competitions to play in. 4. We are in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup and you're going to play City. Can Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos play in every single game? Because we've lost Torreira and we're about to lose Guendouzi. We have no one else to play in midfield. Niles is already needed in other positions. Willock, Mm, good enough? I'm not quite sure. So we definitely need someone to play in midfield. So even if we get Jorginho, I'll just be like, okay, fine, because we don't have any other midfielders. That's how bad things are at Arsenal. And this is me trying to hold back Arteta from getting Jorginho. This is me trying to hold back Arteta from getting Jorginho. I'm trying to say, no, please don't get Jorginho. There are so many players. Please don't get Jorginho. Please. You can get anyone. Cantwell at Norwich. I'm pretty sure Cantwell is still available at Norwich. Maddison did not play at Leicester, and I heard it's because he's been linked away with moves. If we get someone like Maddison, oh my goodness, I'd be very, very happy. Although he's another player who's injury prone. He's another player who's injury prone, but I'll be very happy if we can attract someone like Maddison or Cantwell from Norwich. How much does Norwich need for Cantwell? Why can't we get someone like that? Just get a fresh face at Arsenal. That is what I'm trying to say. If you're just joining, I also talked about Saliba. He could be on his way out. Can you imagine? The midfielder that we've been crying for the last 1 year could be on his way out of Arsenal. And you know which team is about to join? Is actually about to join Fulham. Fulham. This guy is about to move to Fulham. The guy we were actually crying for the whole of last season when our defenders were making mistakes could be on his way to Fulham. What has gone wrong, man? How bad is Arsenal's recruitment? How bad is Arsenal's recruitment? Players are coming in, not fitting into the system. Players are stuck at Arsenal. We are stuck with players who don't even deserve to be at Arsenal. We can't attract any players. That's how bad it is. Unfortunately, I know you're Arsenal fans, all 24, 25 of you are here, but I'm afraid I'm going to say it, but we are not an attractive club anymore. We are not an attractive club anymore, unfortunately. So that's just how it is. Let me catch up with the comments. Sumar and Ben Rama is another one. Look at how Watkins is performing. I'm pretty sure Neil Mope of Brighton also came from Brentford like a couple of seasons ago. Look at those players who came from Brentford. Why can't we get someone like Ben Rama? That goal he scored the other day, I don't know against which team. That was amazing. That goal he scored the other day, nutmeg the defender, and against, I think it was against Fulham in the Carabao Cup. Nutmeg the defender, I think it was Hector, and scored that goal. Why can we not get a player? Just get anyone, man. We cannot be stuck with no one in midfield. We have 4 competitions this season. 4. We cannot be stuck with anyone, without anyone. Sorry. Hillary says we don't need any winger. We need the midfield like Partey. We have more wingers. That shows you there's something wrong at Arsenal. How can all of us, man, all of us, everyone in the chat right now, you can clearly see we need Partey. We actually need Partey more than Thomas Lamar. It is not rocket science. We definitely do know that. We have Pep, we have Willian, we have Martinelli to come back, we have Aubameyang playing there, we have Saka. So what makes the club leave Thomas Partey and trying to get Thomas Lamar? What is going on? Who's actually going to play in our midfield? Who's going to play in our, unless they're trying to do, okay, there's this option of playing Luiz in midfield. There's that option of, okay, if Luiz makes some mistakes, at least he won't be making them at the back. If Luiz gives a foul away, at least it won't be a penalty. At least it will be in the middle of the pitch. Is that what you're trying to settle for? Because Torreira is leaving. Torreira is heading to Atletico Madrid. Guendouzi is also leaving. He's heading to Hertha Berlin, which clearly means we have no one to stay, no one to play in midfield. I'll put the link again in the chat. If you want to come on and have your say, you can come on. I don't know what's going on at Arsenal. I'm sorry. The biggest news of the day is that we've gotten rid of our mascot. Ganasaurus is actually gone. Why have we gotten rid of our mascot? Because the club needs money. Where's that money going? We are not signing anyone, man. We are not signing anyone, man. It's a tough time to be an Arsenal fan, man. But it's not looking good. Let me tell you guys, if we don't sign anyone, it's not going to look good, unfortunately. Pep said it last day, don't respect Arsenal off the beach because we do jokes, man. We are a joke. Kim Karlstrom, Andre Santos, Park Chu-young, Mustafi. Let me tell you guys, Shaka, okay, fine, Shaka's improved. That summer we signed Shaka for around 35 million. Kante moved to Chelsea for the same amount of money. Someone help me understand what is going on at the club. Mane moved to Liverpool that same summer for 30 million pounds. How can we get Shaka for 35 million and Kante and Mane were moving for less money at that time. Ramsey, a person who would have sold for like 60 million pounds, he left us on a free. Mkhitaryan, we couldn't even get 2 million for Mkhitaryan. Why? Because these other clubs know how bad these players at Arsenal are, and they're not willing to pay any money for them. We could not. You know what? I'm really interested to find out what they told Aubameyang, because I'm sure they told Aubameyang things are going to improve at Arsenal. We are going to buy players. Where are those players? How comes Aubameyang decided to sign a contract? Is it just because I told him you're going to leave a legacy at Arsenal? Because I want to understand why Aubameyang stayed at Arsenal. Because if I was him, even you guys in the chat, I know none of you do. If you're asked right now which team you want to join, Arsenal or Liverpool, just say the truth. Which team would you want to join, honestly? Because things at Arsenal are looking so disorganized. The ownership, the board, the players, everything's looking so disorganized. And I don't want Arteta to lose his job because things are disorganized at Arsenal. I don't want that. We could sign Benrahma if we can get away today. Those guys, the thing is, Barrington, I hope I'm saying your name right. Thanks for being here. The thing is, on deadline day, when teams know you're desperate, even if someone wants, as you could see with the Iwobi, I'm pretty sure you could have sold the Iwobi for 20 million, but since Everton were desperate for a player, we told them, you know what? No, 40 million for Iwobi. And they had to pay it because 1 hour remaining, we have to get a new player. We are going to pay it. So if they ask for 60 million for Benrahma, would you get him 60 million? No, it's too much money. If you can get Partey for 45 million and Awar for 40 million, why not get the players we need? And this picture always hurts me, man. Even Martinez left. That makes the window even worse. A fan favorite left the club. The only positive this summer has been Willian, who joined on a free. Gabriel has been okay, and Aubameyang signing the contract. Amanya says, we thank you, man. Tell me which signing are you one following. You're going to do streams later on in the day, like 4 or 5 more today, just trying to cry about Arsenal the whole day. But the thing is, we're not signing Awar. We could sign Thomas Partey because Atletico need to sell, and Torreira is going the other way, so there might be a deal there. Benrahma is a dream. Benrahma is a dream. We are not going to get Benrahma. Jorginho, he could join on Arsenal, but on loan. Another loan deal. Please help me understand. Why are this? I hate loan deals. I hate when players live on a free. I hate Cranky. I hate everything that is going on at Arsenal, man. I hate it. Tell me about Bobakari. He's not going to join Arsenal. I'm sorry. There's no one who's going to join Arsenal. Ozil can stay at home because we'll be a missing person on the pitch. Accountability. Now, the thing is, we kind of need Ozil. Let me tell you, I was doing like predicted lineups the whole season, and I was looking at our midfield. Martinelli is currently injured. Xhaka was debuting at defense. Aubameyang is needed on the left. Okay, Willian and Pepe on the right. Fine. But if we decide to go to a back four, who plays as the number 10? Let's say Pepe is goes out on international or is suspended for a game or two. Who covers? We have no one to play. Find the youngsters are there. But even Smith Rowe, where the hell is Smith Rowe? We have like 30 players at Arsenal and only like 5 of them are good enough. That's how bad things are. Another thing, if anyone is just joining, Chambers is about to go to West Ham. He could be on his way to West Ham. West Ham are linked with him, so that could be one deadwood player out of the door. Mustafi is still here. King Mustafi. Kolasinac is still here. Elneny is still here. What a sad time to be an Arsenal player. We have like 9-10 hours to do some deals. Otherwise, things will not be looking good, man. The next transfer window is in like 3 months, so we need to get serious. Chelsea pay almost 90 million for midfield, and you're afraid to pay 45 million. That has to make you question the club's direction, because now is when I'm realizing that maybe this thing was never a Wenger problem. Maybe the club just did not want to pay the money for anyone, because we had the chance of signing. We even had the chance of signing Cristiano Ronaldo, and you blew it. We had the chance of signing Ibrahimovic, you blew it. Benzema, we were lied to about Benzema for a whole transfer window. We were lied about Higuain a whole transfer window. What are we doing? Clubs are improving, and it's not even Chelsea. Fine, Chelsea have always been above us in terms of spending money. Those guys can go and pay 90 million for any player, but for Arsenal, We know we need a midfielder. It is so obvious. The reason why Sheffield United scored their goal the other day is because we didn't have anyone in midfield. The reason why West Ham scored their goal, Antonio, that day is because they went through our midfield so easy. Last season against City at home, when they beat us 3-0 at home, De Bruyne running the show, it's because we have no one to cover in midfield. Every time the likes of De Bruyne get the ball in midfield, they're just through us like that because we have no one. Are we going to depend on El Neni? Tell me the truth. Are you going to depend on El Neni the entire season to help you in midfield? The entire season? Semi-final in the Europa League against Real Madrid if they drop out of the Champions League. Are you going to believe in El Neni to do the job? The answer is no, man. Arsenal have confirmed to La Liga we are paying Partey release clause. I really hope so. I'll be back in an hour with good news. But that would be very good news. This is the guy we need. Let me tell you some other bad news. Awar actually played yesterday and he scored a goal. Man, how many daggers can Arsenal fans take? How many daggers to the heart can Arsenal fans take? Partey is a player we need. If you have Partey and Shaq and then on the bench you have the likes of who? Maybe you start Partey and Sabais and then you have the likes of Shaq on the bench. All of a sudden that looks like a good midfield with a good bench. When we played West Ham, their midfield was better than ours. Why? Their bench was better than ours. We had the youngsters and we had like 4 defenders on the bench, and they had Felipe Anderson, they had Yamalenko. Why? Are you telling me West Ham is a bigger club than Arsenal? Are you actually telling me that West Ham are a bigger club than Arsenal? I don't think so. So why not act like a big club? Because as of now, we're not a big club anymore. The Saliba deal stinks of banker's choice again. From reports, his mom passed recently and he wanted to go on loan to France. Yeah, that is Arsenal for you. Saliba, okay, fine. Family problems always occur. Sorry to him about that. But I also feel that the recruitment was bad, and maybe Arteta does not want him at Arsenal. Maybe it was a wrong signing for Arsenal. Maybe it was just an Emirates signing, and it is just a bad recruitment tactic for Arsenal. That's how bad things are. What is actually going on at Arsenal, man? What is going on at Arsenal? I want to understand what is going on at Arsenal. So as of today, let me read the last 2-3 comments and then I'll be back later with another stream with some guests to give me their honest and sad opinion on Arsenal. Relax, Partey is coming. He'll be an Arsenal player by the end of the night. Okay, let's say Dunk is not. What are we going to do about it? If Partey doesn't actually join, what are we going to do about it? Because things will not be looking good. Fans will be very, very frustrated. And we've seen it over the years, man. In the 2016 season, Czech. We only signed Czech. We only signed Czech for the whole transfer window. We only got Czech. In the 2011 season, we got Andres Santos and Park Chu-young and Ben Ayun. Man, it can make you cry. There's a January transfer window. We only got Kim Karlstrom. Why? Why did we only get Kim Karlstrom? Have we literally had no money the last 10 years straight? And then there's this transfer window where we are supposed to get players because we finished 8th and we are trying to improve. And we have not gotten anyone. We've gotten Willian on a free and we've signed Gabriel. Okay, fine, we've signed Gabriel. Will Gabriel help us get to the top 4 by himself? He's not. He's not going to, and it's too much pressure on him anyway. I do not want that same kind of pressure. We always start seasons very poorly. We lose to Liverpool, we lose to West Ham because we didn't sign players. And then the whole mood is so negative. I don't want that mood at Arsenal. I don't want a negative mood at Arsenal. I don't want Arteta to be sacked because we didn't sign players. I do not want that. You can tell Arteta is a good manager, but he has no good players. If you give Arteta right now Aguero and the likes of Son at Arsenal, he'll probably be first position at Arsenal right now. That's the truth. What is happening at Arsenal? What is actually happening at Arsenal? Let me see. Why not? I hope I'm seeing an Emirates Sentiment FC. Why not Sentiment FC? Saliba to another English club, loan deals. You know, we can't even get rid of players. We are forced to loan them out. Guendouzi is supposed to be sold. No team wants him. Torreira was to be sold, out on loan. Kolasinac was to be sold. No team wants to pay that money. Socrates, no team wants to pay that money. We sold our fan favorite Martinez. He's doing very well at Aston Villa, man. What a sad campaign. What a sad campaign. Saliba to another English club, loan deals to just to bring in money. We are short on good defender. We bring in money for what? Where's the money going? The transfer window is closing today, man. Are we going to wait for January when this is what I don't like? You wait for us to lose 5-1 away to City. You wait for us to lose 3-0 again away to United, and then we drop to like 11th on the table. And then, oh my goodness, January transfer window needs to come. We're going to sign defenders. When you're already 20 points behind, what's the point? Why not get players right now when we are currently in the top 4? United are struggling. Chelsea players are not settled in. Why not get players, man? I don't understand. Where is that money going to? We've gotten rid of our mascot because we need to get players. Which players? Which players? If Arsenal don't get Thomas Partey today and maybe even Jorginho because we are desperate, there's something wrong at the club. There's something wrong at the club. Our midfield players are very lazy. We need some energy in the middle. It's not even just being lazy, Barrington. They're just not good enough. They're just not good enough. 40 people in the chat. Thank you very much. Leave a like. I'll be doing streams for the rest of the day too. They're not good enough. El Neni is okay, but you can't expect El Neni to give a pass like Xavi or Iniesta. He's not that kind of player. He's not that kind of player. Xhaka is okay, has improved, but if a player gets past him, he'll pull the player back because he has no pace, unfortunately. Willock, is he good enough for Arsenal? Should he be playing in the first 11? No, he should be coming from the bench when you're 3-0 up and he's trying to like improve his game with the rest of the players surrounding him. See someone like Luis yesterday. Luis was about to do the same mistake he did against Liverpool and Chelsea. A player gets past him and he's trying to pull them back. What is he trying to do? The mentality is wrong in the whole club. Players are just not good enough. He's supposed to be the leader in the club. Is he? He was about to get a red card yesterday. If that player fell down, he would have been down to 10 men in the first minute. And that is something that Xhaka would also do. That is something that El Neni would also do. That is not something, if you go to a team like the likes of, okay, Vieira got a lot of red cards, but you have to keep your mind, man. You have to keep your brain. You have to keep, man, it's so full. This window has been shocking. It has been shocking. It has been shocking. Before I end it, I'll do a rundown again. Arsenal won't allow Guendouzi to go if we are signing no midfielder. But he's already about to leave. He's about to leave, but I actually kind of agree with you. I don't think we'll sell Torreira and Guendouzi and not get anyone. We'll be putting ourselves in a bad position. Right now with the lockdown and all the situation that is going on, games are coming 3 games per week. Can Xhaka, El Neni, and Sabais play every game they can? So that makes me believe they have to know that we need a midfielder. They have to know that. Even Cranky, as bad as he is, he needs to know that. He has to be knowing that. Arsenal officials are in Madrid. I hope so. I don't mind Saliba going on loan to France, but Fulham. France, I don't know. I'd say, yeah, I don't want him to go to Fulham and get relegated like Chambers did. I don't want that. But Chambers is about to go to West Ham. Saliba to Fulham, we talked about that. Before I end it, let me do a quick rundown on what I was talking about today. It's not good. You can close your ears because it's not good. I started by saying Awar, a player we've been linked to the whole transfer window. We can't get it done. Why? Because we don't want to give money. So how are you trying to improve players? Clearly, the manager cannot do more than he did last season and more than he's doing right now. We can never do better than Liverpool, even though they lost 7-2 yesterday. You do know if you played Liverpool today, we'd still lose. Why? Because the mentality is wrong. The fight is not there. There are players who are just not good enough. Someone like Kolasinac, however much you train him, is just not good enough. We can't get Awar because we don't want to give the money out. That is just sad. Number 2, we got rid of Martinez. Where did that money go? Where did that Martinez money go? This guy was a fan favorite. If you're still at Arsenal right now and you had 2 goalkeepers, we could actually challenge for 3 titles or something. But he left, and he's doing very well at Aston Villa. Look at Aston Villa beating Liverpool 7-2. The Martinez effect. Number 3, Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan actually left the club on a free. We had to cancel his contract because Roma were not ready to pay that money because it apparently is not good enough. So we were forced to cancel his contract and sell him, give him out on a free. We could have gotten at least 5 million and tried to go for a player from Norwich or something. I'd rather get a player from Norwich than have a midfield of 3 players. Number 4, the only positive probably of this summer, Aubameyang signing. But what did they tell him? I really need to know what they told Aubameyang, because I'm sure they told him we are going to sign players, there are players who are going to play around you, and all this cheeky stuff they normally tell everyone. What is happening?
why did Aubameyang actually sign a contract? Because it doesn't look like we're going to buy like 3 or 4 players. Another one is Arteta and Edu. What is happening? What is happening? I'm sure these two people know we clearly need a midfield. The goals we concede, the lack of creativity, depending on Aubameyang to score goals, depending on Pepe's brilliance yesterday to cut through 3 defenders and score a goal. I want attractive football. Like that first goal yesterday with El Neni running through, Aubameyang, Bellerin, cross, Saka goal. I want to see that every week. I don't want us to struggle for the whole season. That is the other thing I was talking about. The other thing is Torreira moving to Atletico Madrid. I don't think, as someone has said in the chat, I don't think you'll let Torreira and Guendouzi go and not get anyone in midfield. That means we'll only have Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos in midfield. 3 players to play 4 competitions, it's not possible. Not with 3 games per week. Not with the games that are coming up. So that makes me believe we're going to get someone. The next one is Kolasinac. Kolasinac is actually stealing a living. If Kolasinac can play for Arsenal, any of us, any one of you 35 people in the chat, any of you can play football. We can actually get paid all that money. You know, if I'm sitting on the bench and I'm getting paid, how much? 300,000 pounds, 200,000 pounds per week, I'll just sit on the bench. Fine. But he's not good enough. Why is Kolasinac still at Arsenal? The next one is Mustafi. Mustafi is still at Arsenal. He's been linked with moves to Lazio, but it doesn't look like he's going to leave. He's currently injured. Ended the season well last season, but you know, even if Mustafi wins the Ballon d'Or today, you will not trust him to play tomorrow because he will always lose focus. He will always make a mistake. That is the only problem. The next one is Socrates. He is still an Arsenal player. Why? I wish I could tell you why, man. I wish I could tell you. The next one I talked about was Jorginho. It looks like Jorginho could come to Arsenal, but this is how bad things are at Arsenal. We can't even attract Jorginho. That's how bad things are. We can't even attract Jorginho to Arsenal. That's the other thing. The next one is Kroenke. Again, anyone joining, 41 people in the chat, make sure you leave a like. Thank you for being here. Let me know how much you hate Kroenke. This is the reason our club is falling down further and further. The next thing is Saliba. Can you believe Saliba? We were crying out for him last season. We were actually crying out for Saliba to come back and improve our defense. And he's actually about to leave on loan to Fulham. Fulham, Saliba. What does it mean? Does it mean he's not good enough? Does it mean Arteta does not like him? Does it mean he's literally not ready? I'm not having that he's not ready. Number one, if you're talking about being young, Saka is younger than him. Fine, Saka is English and is already English and is already played in England for a long time. But Gabriel came from the same league after him and is playing ahead of him. Why? Please make me understand why. What is happening? What is happening at Arsenal? The other one is Guendouzi. I'm really sad for Guendouzi. It's unfortunate how it has ended. Last season against Aston Villa at home and Tottenham at home, he was our man of the match. He played very well. Like, he ran the midfield. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, he holds on to the ball too much. He's a bit indisciplined, and all that. But it looks like he's about to join Hertha Berlin. That's the team. Let me put it on screen. Hertha Berlin. Yeah, you know the team. It's in Germany. He could be leaving for Hertha Berlin. Are you happy Guendouzi is leaving? Let me know. But we're not going to get any money for him. Why? Because there's no team that wants to pay money for Guendouzi. I think I'm going to cry, guys. I think I'm actually going to cry. What is going on? We have to get rid of him. We are trying to get rid of him, but we can't get rid of him because there's no team that wants to pay, and we are forced to take him out on loan. The troubles of being an Arsenal fan. Torreira, as I've said, is about to leave. Thomas Partey and Aouar, we won't be getting Aouar because we don't want to pay 40 million. We won't get Partey because we don't want to get 45 million. Unless a miracle happens in the next 9 hours and Thomas Partey flies in a private jet and lands in England and does his medical and joins us, that would be a positive. That would be a very, very good positive, at least, because we need a new midfielder. The other one is Thomas Lamar. I understand that if we don't get Thomas Partey, there's another Thomas who could be on his way. Yeah, not Thomas Vermaelen, but Thomas Lamar, a guy who's been injured for nearly his whole time at Atletico Madrid. We are going to get him as a replacement. Another winger. When we need midfielders and defenders, we're going to get another winger. I'd rather even put Bellerin on the right wing than getting another winger. No, man. We cannot be paying all that money for players like this. If he joins, I'm going to support him. I'll be happy because we signed a new player. But do we really need him? No. We do not need Thomas Lamar as of now. We definitely don't need. The next one was Chambers. Chambers is about to move to West Ham on loan. They are serious about him. They need some defenders, so he could be out on loan, but he's currently injured. So that's another trouble at Arsenal, another problem at Arsenal. All our players who could be sold are injured. Socrates, Mustafi, injured. Cedric has been injured. Martinelli is injured. Man, Ozil, no news on Ozil. It looks like he's going to stay here for another season. Another talk of Ozil this, Ozil that, Ozil this, Ozil that. And the last one is that we've actually gotten rid of our mascot because we are trying to raise money for the club. Money to take where? To Kroenke's pockets again? I don't know. It's stressful, man. It's stressful being an Arsenal fan. I don't know how you guys are surviving. The game from yesterday against Sheffield United. Do you know why the first half was boring? Do you know why it was boring? Because Sheffield United were defending and they knew they could actually get a 0-0 because there's no one who can create at Arsenal. Aubameyang is on the left. There's no one to pass the ball to him. El Neni is not an attacking midfielder. Who else was playing in midfield yesterday? El Neni, Sabas. Sabas is okay. Sabas is actually the only light, the only hope we have in that midfield because he can actually pick a pass. And he's actually played very well recently. I was so happy to see him coming back at Arsenal. But can you really bring Willock to dominate a team? No. Guendouzi is out. Torreira is out. No midfield. We can clearly see we need a defensive midfielder and an attacking midfielder. If Edu was on the pitch yesterday, I'm hoping he was watching that game. We definitely need a midfielder. Jorginho, not good enough. But as of now, man, I'm sorry, but we need players. So even if we get Jorginho, I'll be okay because we need new players. We can't be going to 4 competitions with 3 midfielders. I'm sorry, we can't be doing that. So if we send Saliba on loan, it don't look good for us. Yeah, how many defenders will we have remaining? Holding was been linked to the move away. Chambers is about to go. So Luis, Gabriel, Holding, and who am I forgetting? Pablo Mari is injured. Mustafi is injured. We have no players. 50 people here. Thank you very much. I'm just ranting here, man. I'm ranting. It's a sad situation at Arsenal. Why? I don't know. I don't know how many. You know what? Like this video if you hate this guy. Let me try. Like this video if you hate this guy. Let's get this guy to buy players, man. We need players. We need players, man. This guy does not even know which team we played yesterday. How? I'm sure any one of you, if any one of you was rich, you would have bought Arsenal, right? Because you at least care about the club. As an owner of Arsenal, I would even be watching live streams of other channels, seeing what the people are saying, because that means you care about the club. This guy does not even care about the club. He's not anywhere to be found, man. He's not anywhere. And you know what that's going to do? It's going to put Arteta in trouble. The fans are going to turn on him. Oh, look, we've lost 5-1 to City. We have lost 3-0 to United. We still can't beat any team away from home. No, buy players. Let's sort everything out and let's see how it goes from there. Josh says, don't know if you checked Twitter. I checked an hour ago before I started this stream. Guendouzi is gone out here. Hertha Berlin. And I think we're still going to pay part of his wages. So the problems at Arsenal are so many, man. We are still going to pay his wages. We just want to get rid of him because apparently it's a poison at Arsenal. Also, remember, as I always say, Guendouzi, Torreira, Pepe, Socrates, all those are Emery buys. So maybe Arteta doesn't like those players who Emery bought. Same with Saliba. So I'm actually starting to believe that it's going to be not a one window thing. We're actually going to need like 4 windows to get rid of players. Torreira was joke business. The club being pushovers gave Athletic a player with no return. That's what I'm thinking. But another thing I'm thinking, are the club that bad? Are you telling me the club are that bad at business that are going to give away Torreira and Guendouzi without signing any midfielder? I don't think so. So, however horrible the owners and the board are, they have to be knowing that we need a midfielder, especially if we get rid of Torreira and Guendouzi. So that is what is keeping me hopeful. Jorginho will be coming, maybe. We are doing Partey's release clause right now. I really hope so. I can actually be very happy. That would be some positive news, at least. Have some faith. You cannot have faith in Kroenke, man. These guys have taken us on a journey for so long. 57 people. As I was saying, Kroenke, you cannot have faith in Arsenal. How can you have faith in Arsenal when they're signing Xhaka, when Kante and Mane are available in the same transfer window? How can you have faith in Arsenal when they're signing Czech in the season that we would have actually won the league, because Leicester went on to win the league that same season? How? How can you be hopeful and have faith in Arsenal? How can you have faith in Arsenal when you know how many deadwood players we had before last season? We had like 20, because we got rid of Jenkinson, we got rid of Mkhitaryan, we got rid of El Neni, we got rid of Ospina, but we still had like another 30 deadwood players in the club. And they're still here. Socrates, Mustafi, Chambers, Kolasinac, El Neni, they're all still here. Let me tell you, El Neni is playing well, fine. But El Neni, you compare with Rodrigo at Man City, you compare with Wijnaldum at Liverpool, nowhere close, man. Nowhere close. You have to be good in something, either tackling or passing the ball or something. But is he good enough in anything? No. No. And what about this Jorginho vibes? Gunnar Lona, thank you for being here. I wouldn't get Jorginho, but if we are desperate and you don't have any other midfielders to sign, I'll just get him, because I don't want Xhaka and Ceballos to play every single game and get injured. That is just why. But if you ask me, Jorginho, not what we need. Definitely not what we need. We already have players who can take penalty. Look at Niles' penalty. Why should we sign anyone to come and take penalties for us? Onstin confirmed Partey. I hope so. I'm going to check it in a few. Could have used Chambers' injuries, in my opinion, is down to the medical team conditioning. I've literally give you information. I'm going to check it in the next 2 minutes. Why is Luis still on that, our last string? Now, okay, Gunnar Lona, I wouldn't say Luis is one of those players who needs to leave immediately. You can mention 5 players who need to leave ahead of him. But as I said against Sheffield, you could see he was not good enough. He was about to give away another free kick and a red card to put us in trouble again. The thing with Luis, the moment someone gets past him, everything disappears in his brain. He stops thinking. He goes brain dead and he just pulls you and you get a red card. That is not what we need at Arsenal. Luis should be coming from the bench. Xhaka should be coming from the bench. They should not be sold, but they should be coming from the bench. Do you think Arsenal will sign any player today? I hope so, but I'd say yes, because as I've said, the owners know how bad we are. The board can see how bad we are, how short we are. We played West Ham and they had a better bench than ours. Why? Because our squad depth is awful. We are having to depend on Saka, a young player, to score goals for us. We are having to depend on Tierney, a player who's actually new at Arsenal, to save us. We're actually depending on Gabriel. We're actually depending on the goalkeeper, Leno. No, we need to sign players. So that makes me believe we are going to sign a player. We couldn't afford Pepe, and 2 days later had to retract. Yeah, they said that, but how many hours do we have remaining, man? They could say that and then say, you know what, you're not going to make any deals until January. It's already too late, man. We need to get into the top 4 this season. It's party time, HJ90, I hope so. You know what, since everyone is saying it's party time, let me go and check Twitter right now. I get you, but things moving better slowly. Are they? Yeah, they're moving better because we have a decent coach. That's why. And we have Aubameyang saving us. And we have Leno saving us. And we have Saka saving us. The rest of the team, is it good enough? No. Why is Luis still in our last line? As I've said, he should be on our bench. We have to shift Willian to central attacking midfielder. Hash says, the thing is, I was asking, do you guys think Willian can play that role Ceballos plays? Because that would really help us. That would really help us. If he could play in midfield, that would really help us. But again, you need a player who's good attacking and good defending. We don't want lazy players. We do not want lazy players. When someone gets past Xhaka, he will pull you back. When someone gets past Luis, he will pull you back. I want someone like Kante, someone who will actually chase back and win the ball. That is what I want to see. I can't see Partey happening. Watch, we get Jorginho. You know how bad it is? I don't even think we'll get Jorginho. I don't think we even have the pool of attracting Jorginho. That's how bad things are. But if he joins, he's a new player, man. I'd rather have a new player at Arsenal than no one at all. Because if he's going to play in the Carabao Cup, fine. Because we need midfielders. I don't think Partey won't come. I think everyone getting hyper to. I don't know. If Partey happens, I will go live. Yeah, go ahead. But I don't think he'll be going live today. No Partey now. While we are finished, at least they should sign fast. You know, it doesn't even necessarily have to be one of those players. It can be. You can even get Cantwell from Norwich. Anyone, just get anyone. Just get anyone. Get even anyone. Hi, Jules.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I was sorry, I was watching the transfer news. The deadline
Sorry, your
live stream.
your network is breaking up. Sorry, just sort that out and then I'll bring you back. I'm not getting excited, but it won't happen. Sorry, Jules, your network was breaking, so just sort that out first. We are losing hope in this cranky Winnipeg. You're losing hope. I lost hope years ago, man. I lost hope years ago. We know the trouble you have at Arsenal, and he's not trying to do anything about it. So, is it okay now? Let's see. Willian as central attacking midfielder, I don't like that he's better on the wing. And he's better on the wing, but we need midfielders, man. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, because I'm using my computer, so that takes up most of the Wi-Fi I've got on my phone. Yeah, it's fine. So I was talking about. Yeah, I was watching Sky Sports, their transfer deadline video. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. We've been like lots of Arsenal players have been linked out of Arsenal, but no players have been linked in other than Partey, which is pretty disappointing.
Which other player would you like to see at Arsenal if Partey and Aouar don't come?
Yeah, right now, from what I can tell, it's only Partey that's been linked. I think all the other links, other than Aouar and Partey, the two main players, I would say Soumare, maybe Jorginho, I'm not sure. Apparently Soumare's deal's off, which is also pretty disappointing. I thought he could be one of our players, but yeah, I honestly don't know who we're gonna sign today. Anything could happen.
The thing with Jorginho, everyone in the chat, Jorginho, you remember that game we played against them at home last season and they beat us on Boxing Day? Yes, you're supposed to get a red card, but he dominated us badly in that second half. So he could do something. Are you happy with that link?
No, I'm not actually. I'm not. I would rather. There are lots of players right now in the market. Actually, there's the likes of they're just like examples. The Ajax center attacker midfielders, anyone that creates us chances, basically. As you said, like Cantwell, anyone, like even Grealish, I'd be all right with. Like I don't care if they're not. I don't care if they're old. Grealish. I don't care if. Yeah, I don't care if they're old. I don't care if they're very expensive. We just need one creative player right now. Partey isn't the answer.
I think we need both defensive midfielders and attacking. I think Partey will definitely be the answer in terms of defensive midfield because we are so bad, man. We are so bad in defensive midfield. And what about the players who are going out? Who do you want to go out? Which three players would you want to go out first? Because there are like 6 of them linked away.
Yeah, Torreira's already done his medical, apparently. It's just in terms of announcing. I think Torreira, I feel bad for him. He didn't really, after his injury, didn't really come back.
Oh.
So, yeah, unfortunately, he's leaving. There's also Kolasinac. It's confirmed he played his last game against Liverpool last time. It was really average for him. I remember, like in the first 2 years at Arsenal, he was very, very good. Until the injury sequence happened, and he's just out of the team. Lost all of his confidence. So he's also one player. Unfortunately, we'll have to get out. However, each of them are like Torreira's apparently worth 17 million. We bought him for like 20 something million. It's fine. If we sold him a bit later, it might have been worse. To be honest, at least we've got someone linked with him, which was good. At least we sold him early. And then there's Kolasinac also. Yeah, he's also worth like 12 million, something like that. So it's all right for him.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in our midfield. Benny says, how disappointed do you think? Okay, let's say we don't sign anyone, Jules. Which position will we finish if we don't sign anyone completely?
Yeah, I don't think it will really affect, since if Aouar doesn't sign, I don't think it will really have a big effect on our performance this year. But I don't know. Like there are other players we've been linked with, but they're just not our solution. We all know we need a creative player. I think even Arteta, he's been trying his best to get Aouar, I think, from what he's been saying in the interviews, and it just hasn't happened. Aouar, it's his choice. It's also that Leon president, really, really particular, I would say, with what he says. You remember one year Lacazette when he was linked, when he was a Lyon player, and Lacazette, and then even the guy, the Lyon manager said, oh yeah, he wasn't gonna leave, and then at the very end, something unexpected happens. Lacazette joins Arsenal, so anything could happen. That's what we have to still expect anything. Arsenal are good for deadline day transfers. Ozil, when we signed him back in 2013, but we just gotta watch out. But I don't think it will really have an effect on who we sign. But I still think we'll get top four, so, even with our team.
Ozil, what do you make of Ozil, man? Because me, I'm tired of talking about Ozil.
Yeah, he was also linked actually with a lot of players, with a lot of teams. Sorry, today I saw it on the the deadline day transfer news special live video, and yeah, apparently he's been linked. It's very hard to have his bills, like someone so willing to pay 350K a week, but I just don't see anything happening. I just see him playing, whether making in the team this year or not making it, and then just retiring.
Yeah. So sorry about that sentiment, FC. I'm sorry. That's how we all feel. Benny says, "Is the coaching crew not seeing what our fans are observing?" I mean, it is so clear, as I've said. Against West Ham, we could not create. We could not defend. Against Sheffield, we could not create. Like, Jules, how comes the whole board and the whole owners cannot see the problem? I know the owner does not even watch any games anyway. So
yeah,
why can't they not see anything, man?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I just think, there isn't a lot of other players right now that would be good in terms of our financial problem right now, other than Awar, someone that's very good and cheap. I think the best option, to be honest, is Awar. He's like a next Ozil, probably one of the best talents in the world. He reminds me a bit of Pogba back in his days. Pogba, when he used to play center attack midfield. It looks like a very similar player. But yeah, if it happens, you were talking about top four before. I think it will definitely happen. He's a key to what we need this year. Obviously, we all know that. But yeah, what was your question? Is the coaching crew, what was it?
Yes, the coaching crew not seeing our problem in midfield.
Oh, I think they do see it. It's just in terms of making the deals, and I think we do have the money. I personally think we do have the money. We do have the bills, obviously. We do have the agreements. It's just the club's agreement. I think we even have the players' agreement for Awar, especially in that case, and also some other players. It's just the coach and the team is just not willing to sell him. Yeah.
I think are we signing anyone? Balachandran asks. John says we need Thomas Partey. Thank God for the. Okay, now, yeah, there's someone who told me about Partey. Thank you for that. What is your name? Let me get your name correct. I'm not happy, Jules, man. I'm not happy.
I'm honestly disappointed. I thought it would be happening. I actually thought it would be happening 3 days ago. It was for me. I thought we signed him. Today, it's just looking very unlikely. I hope it's happening though.
Yeah, let me put some breaking news on screen. Thank you very much. What is your name? Josh again. So developments on the Partey deal as it has come out just right now. We've actually contacted Atletico Madrid with the intentions of paying the clause. Do you believe us not going to do that? I really hope so. If actually this is true, I wouldn't be very, very happy, but I'd be at least happy. So that is the latest news. We're actually going to pay the release clause. I do not know why people wait for the last minute. I still need to understand that. But are you happy if you only get Partey? Would you be happy, Jules? If you only got Partey, just Partey? It's gone. Sorry. So as I'm saying, this guy. That's the latest news. That's the latest news, man. That's the latest news on Partey. Jules, are you happy with that?
I'm happy with what he's saying. However, is he a reliable source? That's the question. He's actually one of the most trusted persons / sources in football. Obviously, I usually look more at what's his name, Fabrizio Romano. I think him. I look more at him because it's more real. I think what he's written, David Ornstein, it's more of a rumor. Let's be honest. But I don't know. He's 27 years old, 50 million. We still have to look at that. We've got El Neni already. We've got Xhaka. We've got Ceballos playing as a CDM now. Unless we change our formation, I think Ceballos could be a good replacement for a war. But other this,
I, I don't. I don't think I'd agree with you, Jules. As I've said, our midfield is not good enough. Sorry, your internet is breaking up again. Our midfield is it's very short. We only have Xhaka, El Neni, and Ceballos. If one of them gets injured or gets suspended today, we have 4 competitions. We'll be very short. It will reach a time where we'll have to play Niles and Willock in midfield, and we'll be in big trouble, man. We'll be in big trouble. Balachandran says, why pay 350k a week, keep on the bench? Okay, I actually do agree with you. If Ozil stays, just play him in some games, because there's no point of having someone in the team and you're struggling to field 11 players and then you have someone who doesn't really play. I don't agree with that. So I'd actually just play him in a few games. Don't let him end his career that poorly. Just let him end on a high at Arsenal. Are you okay now, Jules?
Yeah, I'm fine. No, I heard. Yeah, it's a good point. What were you saying about what you were saying about Thomas Partey was also what I was thinking of too. I still think you were right. Like, yeah. Other than El Neni, Xhaka, we have Willock. We've got Ceballos also, but other than those 3, El Neni, Xhaka, if we want to play 4-2-3-1 this year, I think Arteta was waiting for a war until we could play that position this year, that formation this year, waiting for a war, and then put Ceballos, Xhaka, El Neni there. I think, however, if we sign him, now we have 4 center defensive midfields. We could bring Ceballos up into center attacking midfield and bring Thomas Partey and Xhaka, or Thomas Partey and El Neni, both in CDM, to have that 4-2-3-1 formation, and then Tierney, Bellerin on one side. It would just fit Arsenal, to be honest. We were just waiting for that one key player. Now, however, if we sign him, could we bring Ceballos up to center attacking midfield for the rest of the season? That's the question.
Yeah, let me ask you, Jules. At the end of the season, after winning the FA Cup, how many players did you want Arsenal to bring in? After winning that FA Cup, how many players did you want?
Well, how much did we bring? We've already bought Gabriel, Willian, Runnerson. I was thinking of 4 to 5, to be honest. 4 to 5 players. However, it's looking like, well, right now we've already, how many players we signed? I think I'm missing someone, but Gabriel, Willian, and Runnerson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was thinking of Partey in the war. That would be so successful. Also remember Danny Ceballos and Aubameyang's contract extension, as well as Martinelli, Saka, in the middle of the season. We extended their contract, so that's great. Now, if we signed Partey and a war all together with Runderson, Willian, and Magalhaes, I thought that it would be a great transfer window, but it seems like we haven't even signed 2 of our key players, honestly. So yeah, we've got some money from Leno, obviously. Only got Runderson for 1.7 million, which is a bargain, basically. Such a good price, and he's also a very good goalkeeper. We're selling players today. We waited a bit too long to sell players, but I think they're finally leaving. Guendouzi leaving out on the loan. There's lots of space freeing up for Partey in a war. And our plan, I think, today was to buy a war, was to get a war from what I'm looking at, the players leaving. But it's just not happening. So, as I said, we might have to change.
How can the plan be to get a war when they want 40 million and you're busy offering 20 million? That means you're not serious. As if I was the owner of Lyon, as I've said earlier on, I wouldn't even do business with Arsenal. I'd be like, these guys are not serious. Why you stay? We're not serious with these guys. So AM says AM is not having that Korenke story. AM is saying he's tired of this propaganda of Arsenal's owners, Arsenal's rumors. He's tired of it. Balanchandran said that we should just have gotten Partey and Thiago. Now, the thing with Thiago, I don't think Thiago would have left for any other club other than Liverpool. I think Liverpool was the only club that could have attracted him because there's no point of leaving Bayern Munich. You're winning trophies, he's getting money. So if Arsenal came in for him, he'd probably have said no, unfortunately. Benny says, please spend cash to get top 4. Again, let me ask the people in the chat, if we don't buy anyone, which position will we finish? We are not run by footballing experts. We are not even run by people who like football. We are run by people who don't even know anything about football. They call it soccer and they don't know anything about soccer. That's how bad it is. Replacement innocent. For me, Ozil is among the best players we have. Jules, do you agree with that, or is Ozil finished at Arsenal?
Depends if he wants to push himself to be back in the team. Now, what we saw before the COVID was exceptional. That's what we wanted, and our plan was working so well. But I think I'm gonna be honest. I think it's the end for Ozil.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do think that too. I mean, he hasn't played under like 4 managers though. Players we need. Players we need. Cantwell, 20 to 30 million. How much did you pay for Cantwell, Jules?
Oh, how much I would personally? He's pretty overrated. I'm gonna be honest. From what I've seen him when he's playing against Norwich, he couldn't even make it to the first team. He wasn't even on the starting lineup. He wasn't even playing every game for Norwich, which is, His only good aspect of the game is being creative. To be honest, I don't think he's got anything else. Maybe a shot. I don't know. Anything else? He's not that good. He's not worth 20 or 30 million. I know he's young, but still, he's already like 20 something. So that's the thing.
He's overrated, but we need players, man. We need players. We can't go into 4 competitions with 3 midfielders. Again, he says Partey 45 million, Lamptey. How I wish we could get Lamptey 25 million, Samari 30. Abdul Cisse. You know, we're at Arsenal, why not sentiment? We are not at Man City. This is the kind of transfer list City would get, but not Arsenal. Arsenal, Willian, loan deal, someone for free, someone on loan. That is Arsenal. Not no creative players at Arsenal anymore. We have Ceballos, but he's being forced to do too much from deep. Ozil, as Jules has said, his time at Arsenal is finished. And so this guy does not agree with you, Jules. Gunalona says, why do you have to sell Neni? He does not even count him as a midfielder there. Disappointed. He doesn't make mistakes because it actually doesn't make mistake because it's very safe. Okay, he will tackle once, he'll make a good tackle, but Neni will not impress you, man. You know, the way even his style of play, you'll not enjoy the game. You know, like we want someone who can make things happen. Neni cannot make things happen, unfortunately. He will tackle for you.
He's a defender. He's the center defensive midfield. He's not the guy that being creative. He's just the guy that does the defensive work and does the passing around. I think he's better than Xhaka, to be honest, right now. It depends. It depends.
Oh, man.
It depends. There's some games he's not that good, though. I have to agree. Neni, some games he's not that good.
I always say Xhaka is not good enough, but he's definitely better than Neni. He can pick out a long pass. Neni cannot pick up a long pass.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
There are a lot of good players in last year's relegated teams. If you don't, man, I did a video like 4 months ago talking about even Josh King at Bournemouth. I'd actually just get him to come back and become a backup striker. I'd actually get Josh King to become a backup striker. Why? Because do I even really need to tell you guys why? There's Cantwell, there's Max Aarons, Ben Godfrey has just left Norwich there's a team that he's joined. There are so many players we can get that can cover for our midfield, but we are busy talking about El Neni and Willock. It's not good enough, Jules. I don't know how confident you feel, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, even El Neni, you know, he's just a player we bought back from his loan spell, so you can't really count that as a signing. I think, if we signed a war, it would have just settled everything as Arsenal fans. But anything could happen, as we said. There's like how long there's left?
Like 8 hours. If you want to know how good or bad a player is, you can go and put Aubameyang in the transfer market right now. 40 teams would come for him. Even teams from Hong Kong, teams from Australia, they will come for him. But if you oh yeah, you can go on. Sorry. Yeah. If you put El Neni in the transfer market, there's no team that will come for him. That will show you something. That will definitely show you something. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right. I was saying about Aubameyang. I think there was this interview Haaland did a week ago, and he was meant to name, and then he was asked the question, is he the best striker in the world? And then he named 7 strikers who are better than him right now, and one of them is Aubameyang. So it actually
Yeah.
shows that it actually shows that Aubameyang's one of the world class strikers in the world. Everyone has to
Thank
agree
you.
with that. He's our main man. He's our key player. Everything, honestly.
Thank you for that comment, Masawi. And you're actually right. You know, I think Edu and Ateta would do a better midfield job than El Neni. I'm sorry. They would actually come and do a better midfield job. And he's right. He's not wrong. He's right. He's definitely right. But I don't want them to put us in a position. Again, let me know in the chat, just yes or no. Jorginho, yes or no. Jorginho, yes or no. What's your answer, Jules? Jorginho, yes or no. Would you get him or would you not get him? Just yes or no. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm asking Jorginho, yes or no.
Oh, you're
just
asking me.
one.
I thought you were asking the comments. You were asking
you
the comments,
asked.
I think. But no, so yeah,
Oh, you-
no. I said no. He's apparently his deal is 5 million on a loan. It's crazy. 5 million on one loan for this man. For that man that takes penalties, I guess that's what you can say. No, not good enough. No.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also agree with you, Balanchandra. Now, if you had Sanchez and Aubameyang at the same time, I believe we would have won a title. That's the truth. As much as we hate Sanchez, I know we hate Sanchez and all that, but there's games like away to Stoke. We never used to win away to Stoke. We won because of Sanchez. That title-winning season for Leicester, he scored a hat-trick away to Leicester. Away to West Ham, he scored a hat-trick. Sanchez actually scored in like every single big game. Away to City, at home to United, at home to Chelsea. So I believe if he stayed, we would have won a title, unfortunately. So that shows you. So again, there's so many comments. Thank you, everyone. Replacement, Innocent, Sentiment,
Yeah.
Benny, Balanchandran, Masawi. Go ahead.
Yeah, this year would be probably the year we would win. This year right now that's happening. I think we would be crushing the league. Sanchez also, link up with Ozil. If Giroud and Sanchez stayed, maybe Giroud, even Giroud and Sanchez stayed, we would win the league. Even just Sanchez would still in the league. Look, Aubameyang on one side, Sanchez on the other side. Probably the two best wingers / forwards in the league. You've got Lacazette, even Giroud, probably two world-class strikers, modern strikers, doing the 1-2s and also good at shooting and aerial duos too. Just two world-class strikers is exactly what Arsenal need. Plus 2 excellent wingers. Now, one of our wingers is Pepe or Willian. They're not always consistent. Now, the goal we've seen Pepe against this week against Sheffield was exceptional. That's what I want to see, but every game. And the problem is that we don't see that every game. So that just, I think it's one of the reasons why we might not win the league. Also, when Sanchez plays, usually when he was playing for Arsenal, Ozil was at his best until we made that stupid decision. So that link up with Ozil and Sanchez, I think it just motivated Ozil, and Ozil would still be at his best right now, and we would have won the league.
I was watching that game where we beat Bayern 2-0. I think it was in 2015. Ozil, Giroud, Sanchez, and Ramsey were magnificent when they were playing together.
Yeah, Bellerin also.
Yeah. Let me do a recap of what we've been talking about today. Hassim Aouar was the first one. Could we get him still? No. The answer for me is no. He already played yesterday, and I think he scored yesterday, so it looks like he's going to stay there. The next one was Socrates. We're still trying to figure out why he's still an Arsenal player. No one has still given me an answer why he's still an Arsenal player. The next one is Kolasinac, another one who's still an Arsenal player. Last week, he was linked to the move away to Leverkusen, but he actually ended up playing the Liverpool game, and he was training the other day. So I'm still trying to understand how. I usually don't like players who are about to leave training with Arsenal or playing for Arsenal. That happened with Chamberlain back in 2017. He played for us. We lost 4-0, and the next day he moved to Liverpool, to the same team that had beaten us. I don't like that. Mustafi is still an Arsenal player. Why? Why is Mustafi still an Arsenal player? We also talked about Jorginho. This guy could end up at Arsenal on loan, not on a permanent deal, but on loan. He could end up at Arsenal on loan. We also talked about how much we hate Stan Kroenke. If you want to tell me how much you hate Stan Kroenke, also let me know in the chat. We also covered Saliba. I can't believe that Saliba, a player we were crying out for to come back from his loan spell, is actually going to go out on loan to Fulham. What do you think about that, Jules?
What was it?
Saliba going out on loan to Fulham. How
Yeah,
do you
I
think
think
about
it's
that?
good. Yeah, I think it's good. We were overloaded with defenders. We might not sell most of them. Look, how many defenders that might actually play this season? We've got Mary, Kieran Tierney as left centre back, Gabriel also, Rob Holding, he's gonna stay, I think, apparently. David Luiz, and there are way more. There's Mustafi too. He's also staying apparently. I think Saliba this year. Oh, also Chambers. Sorry, I think Saliba is not going to be playing this year. He's going to have limited game time, or either just play in the academy for the under-23s. I think it's a great time to put him out on a loan, especially in an English team, to show the experience and how to give him great experience and some game time too under his belt in the Premier League.
He should be getting game time for Arsenal. You say we have so many defenders, but is it defenders by name? Can you trust Mustafi to win you a title? Can you trust Socrates, Luiz? No. I think Saliba, I've not even seen him play that much, but I think he's better than all of them. So for me, take out Mustafi on loan, but not Saliba. This guy can be helped by Arteta and he can improve. The next one I talked about was Thomas Partey. His move could still be on, and the breaking news as we were live, we are planning to pay the release clause. So let's see how that will work out. The next one was Guendouzi. Guendouzi is on his way to Hertha Berlin on loan. We just couldn't pay his money, unfortunately. So that will actually show you something. No team wanted to buy him, so he's going out on loan, and we are still going to pay his wages. So I still don't understand that, man. I still don't understand. And also Thomas Lamar. This guy, I'm understanding he could be an alternative if we don't get Thomas Partey. So it looks like we're going to get one Atletico player, but it doesn't look. We don't know who. We might even end up with Diego Costa. That would be very interesting if Diego Costa comes to Arsenal. Chambers is the next one. Chambers could be on his way to West Ham. He's currently injured like so many other Arsenal players, unfortunately. But yeah, he could be out on loan to West Ham. A lot of interesting transfers. And yeah, that's it for now. I'll be back again for more transfer news. Jules, let me know which player do you definitely want us to sign today? Just one name.
Yeah, I think one player today, if I had my choice from the players we've been linked with, of course it would be a war. But from what I'm looking at, we also forgot Lamar, actually. He was also actually one of the linked players today. Only linked though, right? Not heavily linked like Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey was heavily linked. Lamar is just a linked player. I think either Lamar or Thomas Partey could happen today. And anything unexpected could happen. Like literally someone we've never heard of and we've never been linked with. But let's see, anything could happen.
Let me read the rest of the comments before ending it. Why not sentiment says nah, Jorginho. We can loan who? Who is this?
Oh, Reprig from Barcelona. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, man. Have you ever heard of him?
No, thank goodness I have experts like Jules on the show.
You should see. Yeah, no. He's a really good player. He's like the future of Barcelona, especially after lockdown. He's been pretty impressive. Yeah, it would be a very good option, actually.
Balanchandron asks, would you bring Ozil back to the team or get Thomas Lamar? I would rather die. But the thing between those two options, I bring Ozil to the team.
I'd buy Thomas Lamar.
I'd bring Ozil back to the team because I don't want another player to come add to the wages. And again, he gets injured and then we are stuck with two players, one of them who's not playing and another one who's injured. So I don't want. But Hash says for depth, Puig, you said Puig or Prig? A player from Barcelona.
I don't know, but yeah, him.
Don't need attacker, need defenders, definitely. We definitely need defenders and midfielders, not attackers. Benny, we can see now the problem. Yeah. It looks like Wenger's not the problem. It looks like the board does not even care about Arsenal, unfortunately. Arsenal Alex says, I'm keeping quiet and calm. Our business as usual is a joke, as usual. Literally the last 10 years, apart from Aubameyang, Leno, Lacazette, and Ozil in his first season and Sanchez, like 70% of our transfers have been a joke. There's no way I'm telling you can pay 35 million for Mustafi. That was terrible business. I think we need to keep defenders because you have very bad injury list. Yep. That loan on Saliba, no way Saliba is young. He is even better than Gabriel for real. Well, I've not seen him play that much. I'll finish with your comment, Canon Fodder. Not at Arsenal, LOL. Everton spent, Chelsea spent good money, for goodness sake. Chelsea have always been a bigger club than us in the transfer market, unfortunately. Their owner cares about the club and he's a fan of the club, but not our owner. For Everton, Ancelotti is attracting players. You know, I'm even starting to believe maybe Ancelotti was targeted by Arsenal, but he didn't want to come because he knew we are not going to give him money. So, and Canon Fodder asks, where's the party? The party will probably be done at night. And just to finish, let me put it on screen. The latest news on Thomas Partey looks like we're going to activate his release clause. That would be a big boost for us right now. Let's hope we get him. Jules, thank you for coming on. Where can they follow you? How many is frozen?
They can follow me on Arsenal from Hong Kong. My channel. How many followers? I'm on 371 actually. I'm trying to post more, and I've also got Instagram Arsenal Reps. You can go check that out too. And I'm on the road to 500 subscribers on YouTube, and let's try and get to 1K. I don't know, before I don't know, as soon as I can.
Thank you very much for coming on. As you can clearly tell, he has more knowledge on players like on Barcelona than me, so you can follow him for more information. As of now, I'll be back later, like in an hour. I hope we'll have more news on Partey. I don't know if Jules will be up if you want to come back again, but as of now, thanks for watching. Let's hope we get Partey, and I will catch up with you guys later.